Hello and welcome back to Time in the UK. I don't know if you can make it out there. That's the name of the brand and it's Yema. Okay, so the watch comes supplied direct from Yema in this natty little travel case. The watch features a leather warranty card filled in this case. A few stickers here from when it was unwrapped and a spare link. Now the interesting thing about this particular spare link, it's 3 pieces. Okay, so bear that in mind when you're changing it. Now it's all very well showing me a case, but what does the watch look like? Well, here you go. Here's the watch. It's a Yema Superman. It's an automatic diver's watch. Depth rating of 300 meters. Screw down crown. And an in-house automatic Yema movement. Let's have a closer look. Yema are a very well-renowned watch brand, and all the manufacturing takes place in France. The movement is in-house, and it's got a 45-hour power reserve according to the online reports. I've left it off the wrist longer than that, and it's continued to work. So I left it off the wrist for 48 hours and came back to it and it was still ticking. So there you go. The frequency of vibration of this particular watch must be quite high, because if you look at the second hand, you can see that it's very smooth. It doesn't stutter or anything like that, as you might see on movement with a slower frequency of vibration. The watch has solid links, solid end links, pressed clasp with a milled section. With the clasp has the Yema logo emblazoned on it. Clasp is slightly tricky to open. It's getting looser, but it was a real tight one. The back of the case back has got a coat of arms style logo on it. Hopefully you can see it there. And it says Superman 30 bar. There's a code number there. France. So it's very attractive back to the case. Strap has got a slight jingle to it, a hint of Seiko there perhaps in the clasp, and the end links are ever so slightly loose against the case, so you can get a bit of a rattle on the end links there. So overall it is a little bit rattly, but that said, I'm very, very pleased with it. I'm quite taken by it, and I do enjoy wearing it. So we'll measure the thing, measure the watch, and we'll get a few dimensions for you. So the lug to lug is 20 millimeters. The width of the watch, excluding the crown, is 40 millimeters exactly. 40 mil. The width of the watch, including the crown, is 44.1. Lug tip to lug tip is 48.2. So it's got a slight longer lug tip to lug tip, but the true width of the watch should be measured from here, which is the male tips of the end links. That's 53.7, which is quite interesting. So actually and that's quite interesting, because when you actually put the watch on your wrist, you can see it's got quite a lot of lugs going on. I mean, it doesn't look out of place, but it is quite a wide watch. I think they could have afforded to make the lugs a fraction shorter, or maybe female last links. so that the bracelet didn't do that. You can't see the end of the bracelet. It would have tucked under a much neater. And if I show you, well, that one's got male links as well. So yeah, I think you could have done slightly different with that. I made it look a little bit neater there. But overall, I am very, very pleased with the watch. The timekeeping is fantastic. The Lume is amazing. The quality of the piece is fairly good. The watch has got drilled end links, so you can change the strap quite quickly. Not that I've done that. And if you look inside the strap, you can see that there's little direction arrows there that shows you how to get the pins out. The pins have got a pin and collar system, so they're a little bit fiddly. And the watch has a diver's extension, or a sweaty day extension if you like, which moves it about 1 centimetre out. In fact, it's possibly a bit more than 1 centimetre. So when the diver's extension is deployed, so there's the diver's extension, see it's moving it about 1.5 centimetres. The watch has got 4 points of adjustment. You can move it 4 points, and also you can take the strap out. So am I happy with this? Am I happy to wear it all the time? Yes, I'm very happy to wear it all the time. It's just a shame it's got to go back, isn't it? But I've got a loan for a little bit longer, so it goes back in the new year, so I get to wear this for a bit. So thank you very much to the person who's loaned me this, who wanted to remain nameless. It's a very generous loan. And there's a Yema logo on the crown. I absolutely just can't get over how fantastic how well machined it is. You know, it does look really very tidy. It's got a brushed, there's no polished surfaces on the actual watch head itself, apart from the rear, which is polished. But the dial, I think they've managed to pull it off. The sort of the retro Yema logo. There's no real sunburst effect. I think there's a bit of an AR coating under there. It's got a slight tint. The sapphire is absolutely black. The bezel is sapphire coated as well. It's got a sapphire coated bezel, which gives it a lovely shine to the bezel. So it's not like anodized, painted, or ceramic. I think it's sapphire coated. So if we can catch the reflection here, you can see that the whole bezel reflects. You know, and the reflection lines up perfectly as well. So it's very, very close, tight tolerances on the height of that against that. Maybe you can see it there. But it looks simply stunning. I may have to see if I can trade this, because I did think it was open for trade, so I'll see if he wants to trade this particular piece. But I look forward to getting a few more Yemas in and a few more quality watches in, so we can have a look at those. As previously stated in the video, the Lume Nova is absolutely fantastic on this watch. Here it is against one of my Seikos. Seikos are renowned for the quality of their Lume, and as you can see, it's more than holding its own. The bezel is also lumed, however that does fade quite quickly, but the hands and indices do hang on in there, so much so that you can still read the watch just about in the morning when it's dark, after being on the bedside cabinet all night. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Time in the UK. Hope you've enjoyed this video, hope it's been informative for you. If anyone's got a watch they want reviewing, please let me know. If anyone wants to send in a watch, again let me know, and I hope you give us a like, a comment, a subscription, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. So stay tuned for more content from Time in the UK. Okay, not I've done that. If you look inside the strap, you can see there's a little direction arrows there that shows you how to get the pins out. The pins have got a pin and collar system, so they're a little bit fiddly. And the watch has a diver's extension, or a sweaty day extension if you like, which moves about 1 centimetre out. In fact, possibly a bit more than 1 centimetre. So when the diver's extension is deployed, so there's the driver extension, so it's moving it about 1.5 centimetres. The watch has got 4 points of adjustment, you can move it 4 points, and also you can take the strap on. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy to wear it all the time. Yes, I'm very happy to wear it all the time. It's just a shame it's got to go back, isn't it? But I've got a lane for a little bit longer, so it goes back in.